Hello everyone, my name is Alexis and welcome to your ritual practice for new beginnings. If you're in a period of transition, if you have things that are ending or beginning, this is the class for you. We're going to start in Tadasana. So bring your feet hip width apart, hips stacked over your ankles, shoulders stacked over your hips, and you can bring your hands by your sides or over your heart and close your eyes. We're going to be working through several variations of sun salutations and then move into some journaling and some meditation. And like I said before, if you're going through any sort of transition, maybe it's just transitioning from winter to spring or summer to autumn if you're in the southern hemisphere, or maybe it's a bigger transition. Maybe you are newly married or just got a new job or had a new baby, any number of things that could be big or small transitions. This class is for you. As we move through these sun salutations and variations of sun salutations, I want you to hold within your heart the change that you are coming to the end of or the beginning of, and just see what comes up for you as you move through these very structured, familiar movements that we do in so many yoga classes. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, checking in with how you are today. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? How does your body feel? How does your energy feel? There's no such thing as a right or a wrong answer to those questions. You're just observing where you're at in this moment right now. Go ahead and open your eyes. We're just going to begin with some simple sun breaths. Inhale the arms all the way up and around overhead. Palms reach. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. We'll do that a couple more times. Deep breath in, lift the arms down, around, and up overhead. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, pull the hands to prayer in the center of your chest. Again, deep breath in, lift the arms all the way up overhead, big circle up. Hands touch, exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Very nice. This time a little different. Inhale, lift the arms down and up overhead. Exhale, pull the hands to heart center, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. It doesn't matter how far you go, just go to what feels comfortable for today. Inhale, lift up halfway, press the hands into the calves, or if you have blocks and want them, you can press your hands into blocks. Exhale, fold forward, roll your way up to standing. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, and exhale, pull the hands to heart center. So it's our sun breaths with an addition. These are half sun salutations. Again, take a deep breath in, lift the arms up overhead, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees, fold forward as much as you can today. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine from root to the top of your head. Exhale, fold, roll yourself up to standing. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Beautiful. One more time. Deep breath in, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need, as much as is comfortable. You're not going into your deepest forward fold here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Keep the chin tucked into the chest. Lengthen as much as you can out of the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Roll all the way up to standing, lifting the arms up overhead, taking a deep breath in, and exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Very nice. If you aren't already, come to the top of your mat. We're going to move through a couple variations of sun salutations. These hopefully are familiar. We'll start with sun salutation A. Deep breath in, lift the arms up overhead, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, press into your calves or blocks. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands on the mat, and step back into a high plank. If you need to have your knees down, totally okay. Go where you are today. Meet yourself where you're at. Hold your plank. Take a deep breath in and out. To get out of plank and back to downward dog, you can press back to downward dog. You can lower the knees and then lower the chest down to the mat and then lift up into cobra. Or from plank, you can rock forward onto the very tips of your toes and move through chaturanga, up dog, and pressing back to downward dog. Choose your own adventure. Whichever one feels good to you, press back into downward facing dog. Wherever you are, we'll all meet there. And when you arrive in your downward dog, just walk out your feet, bending one knee and then the other, taking several breaths here in your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find a moment of stillness here, stretching through the back of your legs. And then you can take several steps to the front of the mat, or you can hop to the front of the mat, your choice. But make your way to the front of the mat, arriving back in your forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, press the hands into the calves, lengthen through the spine. Try to get as long as you can in your spine, in your upper back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, roll all the way up to standing. Inhale the arms down, around, and up overhead. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Very nice. Next variation of sun salutation. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, and instead of coming into your forward fold, bend the knees and sink down into your chair pose. Your chair squat. Make sure your weight is rocking back onto your heels. Bend a little bit more, sink a little bit deeper. Your arms can be reaching up overhead, or they can come to prayer at heart center. Tuck the tailbone towards the mat. Breathe, deep breath in, and exhale, fold forward into your standing forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant the hands and step back right into your downward facing dog. If you want to take a vinyasa here, you're welcome to, but make your way to downward dog, walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. Very nice. And then we're going to bring the right foot between the hands, plant that back foot at a 30-degree angle, and come up into warrior one. So your feet are about hip width apart. That front knee is nice and bent. The back foot toes are kind of towards the front corner of the mat. If warrior one is uncomfortable, come into a high lunge. Very similar. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, broaden across the chest, and then exhale, plant the hands on the mat, step back into high plank, and from here you can make your way to downward dog however you like. You can press straight back into downward facing dog, or you can move through plank chaturanga, or all the way down to the mat, moving through cobra. It's up to you. Choose your own adventure, whatever you need today. Meet yourself wherever you are at, and arrive back in your downward dog. Walk it out, press through the hands, and then bring that left foot between the hands, plant the back foot, the right foot at a 30-degree angle, and come up into your warrior one. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms up nice and tall. And exhale, hands down to frame the foot. And again, same thing, make your way back to downward dog however you like. You can come through plank straight back to downward dog, you can move through chaturanga, or you can move all the way down to your mat and through cobra. It's up to you. Either way, really press through the heels, press through the hands, try and get your spine as straight as possible. Bend the knees if you need to get more length in your spine. And then when you feel like your spine is nice and long, then you can begin to straighten the knees. Walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. You're into your standing forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, and come right up again into your chair pose. Knees bent, feet up width apart, tucking the tailbone towards the mat, and arms are either at prayer or lifting up overhead, and breathe. Deep breath in, lift up, exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Well done. We're going to move through our third variation, and we're going to do this one twice. So give yourself a little shimmy and inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, pull the hands through heart center, hinge at the hips, and fold into your standing forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back behind you, bringing the right knee to the mat and lifting up into your low lunge with the left foot in front of you. Left knee directly over the left ankle. Lift up through the chest, breathe nice and deep. Exhale, plant the hands down on the mat and press back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Press through the heels and then bring the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down to the mat to come into our low lunge on the right side this time. Same thing. Inhale up, lengthen through the spine as much as you can. And then exhale the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot to meet the right, arriving in your standing forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release into your forward fold. And roll yourself all the way up to standing, lifting the arms up overhead. And exhaling the hands to heart center. We're going to do that same thing, just starting with the other leg instead. So, inhale the arms down, around, and up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, pressing the hands into blocks or your calves. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, this time step back with the left foot, lowering the left knee to the mat, coming up into your low lunge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands back onto the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left into downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Take a deep breath in. And step the left foot between your hands, lower the right knee to the mat, coming up into your low lunge on the other side. Letting the hips fall forward. Inhale and exhale the hands down to the mat. Right foot meets the left. Deep breath in, lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine as much as you can. Exhale into your forward fold. Maybe sway side to side here for a moment. And then inhale, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Well done. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Come back to that change, that transition, that ending or that beginning that you thought of at the beginning of class. And just observe, how do you feel now compared to the beginning of class? What are you thinking now compared to the beginning of class? It's okay if things are the same. It's okay if they're different. You're just observing yourself, how you feel in this moment. And then go ahead and open up your eyes, and we're going to come to a cross-legged seated position. If you want to sit yourself up on a block or a bolster or a blanket, you can. We're going to come into our meditation. Bring your hands to rest on your knees. Close your eyes. And bring your attention to the center of your chest. And just focus on your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling your torso expand and contract with every breath. Imagine yourself in a safe, warm, dark place. Maybe there is a gentle fire in a fireplace nearby. Maybe you see stars up overhead. Wherever you are safe and warm. But all around you is darkness. You can't see very far in front of you, but you know that if you move in any direction, you have freedom of movement to explore and see what's around you. Often in times of transition, when things are ending or beginning, we feel like we are in this dark place, and often it feels scary. But for this meditation, I want you to imagine walking through this warm, safe darkness. Maybe there's stars overhead, maybe there's a crackling fire nearby, maybe there's lanterns along a wall. But it's mostly dark, and as you're walking, meditate on your change that you're going through. What are your hopes and dreams for this ending or this beginning? One of my favorite myths is the myth of Persephone from Greek mythology. Persephone was the daughter of Demeter and was taken to the underworld by Hades. There's a lot more to the story, but in the end, Persephone ended up spending half of the year in Olympus with her mother as the goddess of spring, and the other half of the year in Hades, in the underworld, and the other half of the year in the underworld with Hades as the queen of the dead. And each spring, she leaves the underworld, the dark of the underworld, and begins to make her way up to the light for spring. For this meditation, imagine yourself walking through that dark, and as you walk, imagine more and more light coming into view. Maybe there's more stars, more lanterns, more bonfires. Maybe you see a sunrise. Maybe you're coming out of a dark storeroom into a big open lit space. Whatever it is, imagine yourself, see yourself in your meditation on this journey, coming from a warm, safe darkness to a warm, safe lightness. I will cue you out of the meditation in just a couple of moments. Take a deep breath in. And Take another deep breath in. You have arrived in the light. You have made your way out of the darkness, out of the unknown. And maybe there are still things that are unknown to you now. But maybe things don't look so grim or dark. Take another deep breath in and out through the nose and release the visualization. Release the journey of moving from dark to light. Maybe wiggle your fingers or your toes to bring your awareness back to your physical body. And once again, check in. How do you feel? What are you thinking? How does that transition or that change that you held at the beginning and in the middle of class, how does it feel now in your body? How does your energy feel? Just observe the differences. And then when you are ready, duck the chin into the chest, blink open the eyes, and take in your surroundings. Go ahead and grab your journal. And if you like to use them like I do, grab your blocks as a sort of yogic desk. And we'll begin journaling on today's journaling prompt. The first one is, what is beginning for me? What do I want to start, or what am I starting? Take a couple minutes with this question. What is beginning for me? What do I want to start, or what is starting for me? Go ahead and finish your thought. And the second question for your journaling time today is the opposite. What is ending for me? What am I putting to rest? And what can I let go of? Take the next few minutes to journal on what you are letting go of and what is ending for you in this time. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Finish your thought. Set your journal to the side. Set your blocks aside. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself for taking the time to meditate and journal and practice some yoga around this transition you're experiencing. If you liked this class, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more classes coming your way. And until next time, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.